I think a trade show like this is certainly one where a lot of the intent is to attract young professionals to choose this industry. But with the skill shortage comes rising costs. I mean, you look at all the rigs that are being built right now, the offshore rigs being built in Korea and in Singapore and in China. And there's a huge wave coming, and they have to be manned. And there's a finite number of rig crews that are able and willing to do that. So that comes back to training more professionals, and that's a major challenge, and it won't be inexpensive. It's definitely a feeling of optimism. You can sense the buzz walking around the show floor. And the level of activity has certainly picked up again in the North Sea, both in the UK sector and particularly in Norway. But just seeing the number of wells, that's been a point of concern, and it's a good barometer of the industry. The number of wells had been down in the UK. Now they're starting to pick up again, and with a couple of big projects, not in the least Statoil's Mariner, moving ahead, I think that sort of lifts the bar, and people are feeding off of that upswing. I think the industry, if considering the international industry, looking at referendum, is likely a little bit nervous about what change may entail, and I think it's a bit of a sense of disbelief walking around here that maybe next time Offshore Europe is held, then post referendum, what will the consequences be? And I think it's hard for most people to actually stop and imagine or take in the realities of the situation. It's a very, very real possibility that the referendum will lead to independence. Of the themes that are on people's minds here this week, certainly safety, for obvious reasons, is at the forefront for a lot of people, and the immediacy of it, with the helicopter accident last month tragically costing 4 lives, raises that front and center. And but the safety issue is one that stretches far beyond the transport element that has got so much attention recently, and asset integrity. I mean, the North Sea has been producing for so many decades. There's a lot of infrastructure out there that now is, for lack of a better word, vintage, and keeping those facilities running safely and smoothly. And also starting to address the decommissioning side of it, as the Chancellor of the Exchequer addressed that quite adamantly on opening day. These are elements that I think also are being discussed at length amongst the participants here. Here in the UK, adopting shale technology, fracking technology, and trying to get the ball rolling on that obviously has proved to be a rather difficult one for Quadrilla. The minister, or rather the Chancellor of the Exchequer, made it quite clear what his position was. No secrets there, but very much a case of we cannot turn our back to energy sources of the future.